All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us here today. Today is the 11th day of May, 2026, and this is your 9 a.m. regular edition of Lavaca County Commissioners Court. And with that, we will start with the roll call. Precinct 1. Here. Precinct 2 is on vacation. Precinct 3 is in Washington, D.C. And Precinct 4? Present. Present. So the judge is here. And so we got 3 out of 5 of us here, and that is a quorum still, so we will proceed. Hopefully we'll have a light duty docket. Just to say, I think Precinct 3 is doing his last week of leadership training in Washington. Is that correct? So we'll pray for Washington and Kenny's Eagle as well. So if that, would y'all stand for our invocation? Our most heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day here in Lavaca County. Thank you for the recent rainfall that we've received and restoring our pastures back to green grass. Lord, we have a special blessing today over our mothers as we celebrated Mother's Day yesterday. We all of us are here because we all have a mother. And Lord, we're so thankful for those mothers and for nurturing us and bringing us up into this world. And just we ask for a special blessing over all mothers and expecting mothers as well on this Monday after Mother's Day. And Lord, just watch over this governing body. We make decisions for the county. We have a special guest today, AJ Louderback, representative of Lavaca County as well. We ask a special blessing over AJ Louderback as he represents us and the views that we have here in Lavaca County. So we ask for a special blessing for AJ today and who is present here in our courtroom. And with that, we just ask for a great day here in Lavaca County and a great week, and help us make decisions today for betterment of you. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Now our pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, thank you very much. Before we get started here, is there any public announcements or anyone want to say something? If Miss Lorena, you want to come forward? You would state your name for the court and who you represent today?
Good morning. I'm Lorena Cognac, the Lavaca County Republican Chair. And you may have this being said at some point, but I just want to remind everybody that early voting for the runoff election starts on May 18th, next Monday. It runs through the 22nd of May, and then Election Day is May 26th. You have the right to vote, so go do it. Thank you.
Thank you. And that said, but while I'm thinking about it, we've got agenda item number 15 says to announce the next meeting as of Tuesday, the 26th. That's Election Day here in this courtroom, so we will not have the courtroom. So it's going to have to be Wednesday. So we'll have to move that to our next court session will be Wednesday, the 27th. That'd be a Wednesday, the 27th. It happens every now and then. Monday's a holiday. Tuesday's Election Day. This courtroom is used for elections on Election Day. So we'll have to go to the 27th at 9 a.m. All right. And we'll get to number 15 and make the announcement again. Anything else? Announcements, public? I had something I was going to announce. I forgot what it was. We have a pretty light docket today. However, I will have an executive session. We have an executive session, a closed session scheduled for 10 a.m. via Zoom with Allison Bass McGee. It'll actually be Jim Allison at 10 a.m. That'll be back in my office. And that session is to discuss item number 11, which is item number 11, to discuss and approve the process of renewing, updating, and or revising the Lavaca County guidelines and criteria for granting tax abatement in a reinvestment zone created in Lavaca County. Our last abatement plan was updated in 2014, and it expires every 2 years. So we have to go update that again. So we're going to meet with Allison Bass at 10 a.m. So we'll probably, this may last at 9:30. We'll adjourn for a long time and into a closed session, if that's okay with everybody. Just give you a little update. With that, I don't think I have anything else. Anything else? Oh, I do have one thing. We had an exec session last time, not to discuss everything that happens in exec session, but we met with the historical commission, came to look at our plan to reverse the doors. Remember that? Okay, so the court approved to reverse those doors in December of 2025, and we have been dancing with the historical commission ever since. Well, they finally came out to review our plan, and in the process of that, they've approved our plan. So they're going to approve our plan to go ahead with the door reversals, and that project will kick off. But in the process with meeting them, we walked around the courthouse, and they saw what we saw, the deteriorating basement walls and water seeping in there. And so they said, that's kind of an emergency, we get that fixed. So we went ahead and submitted a grant last week to include the basement as well. So hopefully we'll if we're approved from the historical commission, they'll help pay for that basement restoration project. And so we did not have to come back to court. The court in 2021 approved that resolution to fix that basement. It just never got done because we didn't get approved for the grant in 2022. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. So we went ahead. We didn't have to have court approval to go back for the grant. So we went ahead and did that last week. So I'm just briefing the court. That's where we are. It's not on the agenda. It's not up for debate. However, let's say we get approved for the grant and we have to kick some money in for that, then we'll have to come back to this court for y'all to ratify that and decide yes or no. We can always back out, but you can't. The grant deadline was Friday, so we were under deadline. Okay, that's all I had for announcements.
I have one comment.
Go ahead.
Those doors, why are they there?
Probably for airflow back in 1897. There's also emergency escape too. If we have a fire drill right now, if our fire alarm goes off, everyone in this room, we're going out that door.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
but airflow would be the thing, or the best I could tell. Anyway, the doors, if you can look at the doors, you can see daylight through them. They're all deteriorating and we don't use that door.
Right.
So all of our doors are kind of sprung and just need to have another restoration. So those doors, I think we're going to leave those intact. So those are going to be historical. They're going to come inwards like they are. We're going to put a self-lock on the inside so you can get out. That's the only, not an air vent necessarily, but we're not going to mess with those doors. We're going to change the lock on it. So anyone in here could open that lock and get out if you need to in a hurry. Right now it's deadbolt. Okay. Anything else? Going once, going twice. Hearing none, we'll move on to item number 2, which is to announce the 2025 annual public health report by Department of Health and Human Services. Correct? Department of State Health Services. Okay, you want to come forward? And you get to announce who you are and who you're representing today.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Lauren Werner, and I serve as the public health nurse for Lavaca County with the Texas Department of State Health Services. With me today is Sabrina Ponton, public health prevention specialist, and we are both located here in Hallettsville. Thank you for the opportunity to briefly present the 2025 Lavaca County Public Health Report. I would also like to recognize Dr. Lillian Ringsdorf is our Region 8 Medical Director, and Gail Morrow is our Deputy Regional Director. Throughout the year, we continue providing essential public health services to Lavaca County residents, including immunization services, HIV and STD testing, tuberculosis monitoring, child passenger safety inspections, and health and safety education throughout the community. This year, we place a strong focus on prevention education and building community partnerships. We prioritize strengthening our connections with our local libraries and schools with the intent of reaching more families through existing community events and activities. Through these partnerships, we've been able to incorporate health and safety education into events that families were already attending in a way that was engaging and accessible for both parents and children. Some highlights from this year include educating nearly 600 students on proper hand washing and disease prevention, coordinating the annual Kids Health Party, serving over 300 fifth grade students through interactive health and wellness activities, participating in quarterly community sharps disposal drives, helping to collect over 700 pounds of sharps from community members, and providing education on heat stroke prevention, sun and water safety, bike safety, and child passenger safety. Looking at our 2025 data, Lavaca County reported 5 foodborne illness cases, 31 new STD cases, 0 rabies-positive animals, and 0 new tuberculosis cases. We conducted 41 food and camp inspections and provided outreach, education, and support to families and healthcare providers across the county. Moving forward, we hope to expand our mental health efforts by increasing awareness, education, and support opportunities for families. We also look forward to building additional community partnerships, including future collaboration opportunities with Golden Crescent Moms to further strengthen public health outreach and family support services. I would like to thank Judge Mudd and the commissioners for your continued support of the Texas Department of State Health Services and our public health efforts in Lavaca County. We appreciate your support and the partnerships that help us continue serving our community. Also with us today is staff members from other programs. If you have any questions, they would be more than happy to answer those for you. And if it's okay, would it be okay if they briefly introduce themselves to you?
Sure, you bet. If you want.
Morning, I'm Lavaca and I'm with the Education Program. What I do is I cover Lavaca County and I provide providers locally that are with the Texas Vaccine for Children program. We make sure that vaccines are accessible to children that are in need of it. We also cover child care vaccines by all schools and daycares. So to make sure they're in compliance. Management, and also education to the providers.
These assets and their emergency planning, training, exercising, and helping in response with
This Steve, but public outreach and follow for diseases that go from parents to from infects.
Very nice.
Any questions?
And, how many counties are y'all serving?
So we here in our office out of Hallettsville, we serve 2, Lavaca and Gonzales.
Okay.
But we have offices that are throughout our Region 8 counties, which is a total of 28 counties that we serve for Region 8.
Okay. That's neat. So, thank y'all for coming. I mean, it's neat to see the whole office come and tell us what you do. I mean, it's just, y'all do a lot.
Yes, we do. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for your services. We do appreciate it.
One question I have, did I see that the state's gonna make y'all in charge of food trucks? Is that,
Sanitarians.
I thought I saw some kind of breaking news that the state was gonna put y'all's department in charge of food truck inspection. Is that across the state? Okay. Well, what is the effective date on that? July. Okay, wow, that's good. I think that's wonderful because that's my concern is the health and safety of. But there'll be licenses issued by your department and inspections as well. Okay, all right, very well. I think that's a lot of work on you guys, but I think that's good for the public to know that someone's inspecting those trucks. All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We need an item to recognize the report. Agenda item, nothing?
No. Okay, no action taken on number 2. Michael Ferd over there, cleaning room. Michael Ferd, you coming forward? Item number 3 is to discuss and approve proclamation declaring the week of May 17th through May 23rd, 2026 as Emergency Medical Services Week. Brought to you by our EMS Director, Mr. Chief Michael Ferd.
You have the proclamation there in front of you, sir?
I have a proclamation. Did you want to say anything about this?
I do want to say, I don't know if I brought as many people as DSHS did, maybe close. But anyway, yes, we got EMS week coming up and we appreciate, you guys in the proclamation that hopefully you will read before too long. We have a very hard-working, EMS department. We have done a lot of work, recruited a lot of good people over the last 6 years, and continue to serve 24/7, 365, whether that be in county or taking our patients to further care in different towns. We work well with our neighbors, and we appreciate you guys' support. We appreciate the community's support. We even appreciate support from the state level. I know Representative Louderback's here this morning. He may have a few words, but it's been a pleasure working with him on the state level on a few different bills last legislative session as well. It is kind of a breath of fresh air to be able to pick up the phone and either call or even send a text and actually know the person that you're dealing with and that you need help with sometimes up in Austin. So,
Good.
Representative, want to say a few words? You're welcome to. If you can hold it to 1 hour or less, we'd be appreciative.
Judge, thank you for allowing me to be here today to address y'all and esteemed members of the court, and also of our audience today, which is, I'm glad to see we have so many of our EMS personnel. So in this state, in this country, when you need emergency services and you call 911 or get hold of emergency services in some way, form, or fashion, it is immense comfort that men and women here in the back of the room, Mr. Furr, that they deliver and bring a level of service that's really unmatched here in the United States. So our rural thoughts and our rural way of life is dependent on good emergency services. And so my hat's off to each and every one of you who have undertaken this career field and are staying in this career field or chose this career field here recently to offer those services here to the public. So in doing so, Judge, we've got a resolution here that I want to present to, and also a flag that we'd like to present to Ms. Firth, just really as a way of honoring the profession, honoring the services they provide here in Lavaca County. So, State of Texas House of Representatives, I, Representative A.J. Louderback, present this flag from the sovereign state of Texas, Lavaca County EMS, flown at the Texas State Capitol in recognition of their dedicated EMTs and paramedics on 11th of May of 2026. So that's yours, sir. And also, as inside this box is that particular flag that was done, and y'all can put it in the box or do whatever you want to do with that. And honored to give it to you.
appreciate it. We'll definitely display it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners.
while you're here and before we read the proclamation, I'd like everyone, if everyone from EMS could come up here and we'll get a picture with Representative Lauterbach. AJ.
Yes.
Lauterbach. AJ's come in the middle. Put his name center. One together. Here we go. You see the close up. Thank y'all, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Before we,
Also glad that Commissioner Stegall is in DC, offering those words of wisdom from Texas and the community.
he claims he's going to meet with Ted Cruz this week.
Okay.
And I don't know who I should warn. If you have anyone, you can warn for us. Before I read this proclamation, if I get everyone's attention again, before I read this proclamation, I just want to say one thing. This whole EMS thing has been going on. The change has been going on for almost 6 years, coming up this summer. And I know you guys in the back room have seen it. You've seen the change. I know AJ's seen the change. I've said it 100 times, but when the governor saw the change, when Governor Abbott saw the change, that's what made a difference to me. When Governor Abbott went on a detailed run to Houston and wanted one of our trucks to go along with him, one of Lavaca County's trucks, that meant something. So Michael Furr, you made a difference. AJ, you have made a difference. And that funding that you got that you have received or given to all counties in Lavaca, in Texas, $350,000 to all of us to provide a truck. You have no idea how huge that is to most of the small service areas. So that is a testament, Mr. Lauterbach, to your dedication to your 6 counties here and being our voice. And Michael Furr, you as well. I know you're up there testifying all the time, and you're president of the Texas Emergency, was it?
EMS.
Texas EMS Alliance. That means something to this county. So we've 6 years we've been going on this process, and it's you guys in the back that are standing there that have made the difference. Each and every one of you, Tim Decker. I see y'all back there. So we appreciate it, each and every one of you. So I'm gonna read this proclamation and then we'll get on with our court. So we're saying that this is the EMS week, to designate the week of May 17th through May 23rd, 2026 as Emergency Medical Services Week. Whereas emergency medical services is a vital public service, and whereas the members of emergency medical services teams are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury. And whereas emergency medical services fills healthcare gaps by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine. And whereas the emergency medical services system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, pre-hospital nurses, emergency physicians, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. And whereas the members of emergency medical services teams, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and the accomplishments of emergency medical service providers by designating the Emergency Medical Services Week. So now therefore, I, Keith Mudd, Lavaca County Judge, in recognition of this event, do hereby proclaim the week of May 17th through 23rd, 2026 is Emergency Medical Services Week. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, I heard motion by precinct 4, second by precinct 1. to approve the proclamation declaring the week of May 17th through May 23rd, 2026 as Emergency Medical Services Week. Any other questions or comments?
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much.
Thanks.
And ladies.
We could talk for two days on how much y'all have helped in Lavaca County in saving lives. And we're hearing, prior to 2020, I heard nothing but complaints, and I'm hearing nothing but good things. And it touches our heart to know that you're saving lives and shipping people out of here where they need to go, when they need to go. So we appreciate you. All right, any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. There wasn't a whole bunch of ayes up here this week, but we thank y'all, seriously. So we appreciate you. All right. Moving on to agenda item number 4, discuss and approve presentation from Cole Solomon with Paylocity. Is that correct? Okay. That's brought to you by the auditor's office. You want to say anything?
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. I just want to give you all an update or kind of a little history on where this is coming from. So in October of 2024, we went live with Time and Attendance, which is a module of Tyler Technology software. When we went live with them, we chose that software for Time and Attendance because it directly was part of Tyler Technologies, and so we thought we wouldn't have any issues with the time integrating into our financial software. However, since then, we have had issues, but we've usually been able to redact our issues within the auditor's office, like through the payroll process and things of that nature. In March of this year, Time and Attendance did an update, and what this update did, we didn't really even know they were doing an update, but when they did it, time clocks were down for 2 weeks straight, and that's when we questioned what's going on. They told us about the update, and from this point forward, we have had time being deleted, time being recorded improperly. There is no rapid or immediate fix, and they don't have any idea of a long-term solution for our fix. So the auditor's office is asking for the court to allow us to go out for a different timekeeping system. So we've done some research, we've gone over several different companies, and what we've found is Paylocity, which not only helps us with like actual time and attendance, but with the HR software and development as well. And then they also have an option for AP process, which would help the auditor's office become a little more digital, provide faster responses to any questions. But I want to let Cole tell you kind of like a little bit about Paylocity, why they're kind of better. There's other options out there, ADP, other things, but Paylocity seems to fit for Lavaca County in the auditor's office experience. So we'll let him tell you all about it. Thanks.
Thank you, Sheila. And yeah, thank you guys for the opportunity to stand before you and represent Paylocity. So yeah, my name is Cole Solomon. I actually live in Seguin, so not too far, but I represent Paylocity throughout Central Texas. And just to give you a little bit of background, so we're a nationwide company based out of Chicago, but we have a big presence here in Texas. We actually do all the payroll and HR for the Lavaca Medical Center in town. And then we also we don't work with Bexar County, but we work with the Bexar County Appraisal District. We work with the City of Converse, and we actually just brought on the City of Port Aransas, so there's other government agencies around. But yeah, so she mentioned Tyler Tech. Tyler Tech is great as an accounting platform, but what a lot of these software companies do is they purchased a time and attendance and bolted it on, like they bought out a company, bolted it on, whereas Paylocity, all of our payroll and HR is one software that we've built. So whenever you're all of your department heads, and when they're all putting in their time and submitting it, it's all going to update in real time. And it's connected to it's like internet-based software. So it's all going to update. It's not going to have to transfer it over. So that's going to clear up a lot of the issues that she mentioned. And I could keep talking for forever, but I don't know if you guys have any questions or what else.
I have not seen the software demonstration. I think I was probably tied up the day we were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have or not. Nobody's. Okay.
Kenny was the only one.
Okay. Well, we decided, because I was talking to Kenny, we can we want to hear your presentation today, but we'll probably table this till we can understand what we're doing, the costs involved and everything. So a full understanding, not, before we make an approval or disapproval. But thanks for coming.
Okay.
And like I said, I think, most of us are show and tell. We want to see something, the interface and
Mhm.
before we go.
Sounds good. Yeah, we came out and did.
As well, just to kind of review pricing. It is going to be just a little bit more expensive, but they're offering way more than timekeeping. This is everything from your new hire platform all the way through.
As far as let's just say, again, I'm not saying we're prepared to make that motion today, but let's say we were prepared to make a motion today. What's the rollout? What is your expected timeline?
October.
October. Okay. So we have a little bit of time to work here.
It's going to take a lot of patience on the EMS who is still having time issues, and we are still struggling to get their people paid.
I get it. And I feel their pain too. I know, Chief Hurd and Chief Decker both expressed their frustrations with the system. However, we want to make sure that when we do this, and I'm okay with, we did this in 2024. So sometimes you roll out a new concept to the county and it's not the best system. So we're tweaking. We want this next time we go do this, we want to make sure it's the right application. We did that similar with our phone systems. We just went and upgraded our phone system again because the phone system we had was not the right fit for Lavaca County. So
I believe that if we need to roll out in October, we would have to start this summer.
Yeah, and for the amount of employees you have, we are very flexible. We have had situations where companies were in like dire circumstances and we've got them switched over in weeks, but obviously you don't want to have to do that. Yeah, so we're recommending 12 weeks. So
okay.
At least 12 weeks. So July, August, September.
So we're here. Okay. Well, hopefully we could make a quicker decision. But I want to make sure, what agreement are we locked into right now? Are we breaking an agreement? I mean, I want to know the ins and outs of everything before we say yes.
I did a demo for department heads who could attend. Didn't know if anybody had any questions or concerns with how that went. Just trying to figure out, or want to make sure everybody's part of this decision, because last time we were kind of we went with the software and.
Yeah. And that was agreed. So we have a court advisory committee meeting coming up Wednesday. I'd want the court advisory committee to buy into this. So maybe that's a good topic for Wednesday's meeting because it affects so many people. And I'd want that. So we'll put that on the agenda for Wednesday morning. Anything else? I don't guess there's any point in talking about pricing right now because, like I said, we don't need to know where we're at, but we can discuss that on Wednesday, right? Okay. So if you'll be prepared to present if Sheila will be prepared to present, you won't be here. What about Brooke? Okay, if Brooke can present to the committee on Wednesday, that would be good. Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments?
Do what we need to do.
Okay.
Check it out. Table.
Yeah, I would entertain a motion to table number 4 till we have further information and till we hear back from the committee.
I'll make that motion to
Okay.
table.
Do you hear a second?
Second.
Motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 4 to table approving the presentation from Cole Solomon. Did I pronounce it right? Solomon? Solomon.
Thank you.
Solomon with Velocity. So we're going to table that till we have further commitments from the committee, the advisory committee. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor of tabling say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion is tabled. Or that agenda item is tabled. Okay. Number 5, discussion approved declaring items on Exhibit A as surplus property from the IT department. It's found on page 5. There's the Mr. IT right now.
Good morning. This is items that we're still stockpiling from different closets, different items. Still have probably a good another 2 or 3 lists to make, but we want to keep moving on this, cleaning up and getting rid of all this items that have been here for a long time. So,
Okay. Do you hear a motion to approve?
I move we approve the Exhibit A surplus items for gov deals.
Okay. Do you hear a second?
Second.
Motion made by precinct 1, seconded by precinct 4 to approve declaring items on Exhibit A as surplus property from the IT department. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome. Thank you. Item number 6, discuss and approve certificate of exemption from subdivision requirements for Scott and Melanie Blundell. That's found on out of precinct 4. That's you'll find that on page 6 through 15, your packet. Naylene, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, this is property that was actually subdivided back in 2019. But one of the tracts, being a 12-acre tract, did have existing septic lines that belonged to the neighboring property. So they are just re-subdividing that. It's a 1.97 acre tract that they're giving back to the adjoining landowner. So all of her lines and everything remains on the same tract.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 4, seconded by precinct 1 to approve the certificate of exemption from subdivision requirements for Scott and Melanie Blundell. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Number 7, discuss and approve certificate of exemption from subdivision requirements for Jerry and Winston Davis Family Limited Partnership. That's found in precinct 3, and that's also listed on page 16 through 19. Aileen, you want to walk us through that one?
It's a 90-acre tract divided into 4 tracts, and all of the 4 tracts have direct access to County Road 366 and FM 1891. So they do meet the exemption requirement.
Okay. Do you hear a motion?
I move to approve certificate of exemption from subdivision requirements for Jerry and Winston Davis Family Limited Partnership.
Okay. Motion made by precinct 1. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by precinct 4. Okay, motion for precinct 1, seconded by precinct 4 to approve the certificate of exemption from subdivision requirements for Jerry and Winston Davis Family Limited Partnership. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Number 8, discuss and approve the purchase of a, how do you say that? Broche, BROCE. Discuss and approve the purchase of a BROCE RCT-350 broom serial number 41129 for Lavaca County Precinct 3 Commissioner. And obviously, he's not here to approve it.
I'll make the motion.
You know what he's asking for?
Yes. Go ahead.
I second that, but also he's trading in a piece of equipment to get this machine. So do you know what piece of equipment he's trading in?
It just says Laymore Broom. The asset tag number is not on here, but it says serial number 37926. So the total of the broom that he's purchasing is $47,800. Trade-in value is $3,500. So he'll be purchasing this new broom for $44,300.
Thank you.
And I see it here, and Kenny Ziegel signed that requisition order.
Okay.
Okay. So I had a motion from precinct 4, second by precinct 1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes, even though Kenny Ziegel is not here. Want that on the record. He put something on here.
Take care of it.
Yeah. Leave it to Kenny. Put 2 things on the agenda and then don't. He's on vacation. He's actually working. All right. Number 9. Discuss and approve lease agreement between DeWitt Post and Son and Lavaca County District Clerk's Office for a PA 3500 CX printer. Lease number 12055. That's brought to you by the District Clerk, and that's found on page 23 to 2025. Do I hear a motion?
Yes, I move that we approve the purchase of or a lease agreement between DeWitt Post and Son and Lavaca County District Clerk's Office for a PA 3500 CX printer. Lease number 12055.
Second.
All right. Motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 4 to approve the lease agreement between DeWitt Post and Son and Lavaca County District Clerk's Office for a PA 3500 CX printer, lease number 12055. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Number 10, discuss and approve proposal between Copal Technologies Incorporated and Lavaca County District Clerk for archival imaging and Custom Indexing Services. Again, that's brought to you by the district clerk. It's found on page 26 to 31. Madam Clerk, you have anything you want to say or add?
The gap of stuff that's not in a computer system. So we're gonna- So our volunteers are usually the ones who want to hold up files, for training, and it goes off.
Your Honor, I move we approve purchase of, approved proposal between Profile Technologies Incorporated, Lavaca County District Clerk for archival imaging and custom indexing services.
Second.
Okay. Motion made by precinct 1, seconded by precinct 4 to approve the proposal between Cofile Technologies Incorporated and Lavaca County District Clerk for archival imaging and custom indexing services. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Again, we have a short agenda, so that's kind of concludes our agenda. Number 11, we're going to have an executive session with our attorney out of Austin. Jim Allison is going to be present on Zoom in my office at 10 a.m. So we're going to table number 11. I will say this on number 11, just in case you vacate the room. I don't anticipate us, if we come out to make a motion, it'll be under the direction of our attorney's office. And basically, we can't approve anything. We can approve the process to go forward. We're going to be reviewing his draft documents with him in session. And then if the three of us decide we want to go forward with that document, if that's the case, then we would come out and make a motion to proceed. But we have to have 30 days notices to the public. We have to have some public hearings. So there's nothing major is going to take place other than we'll either proceed today or we won't proceed today, but it doesn't approve anything today. So if that makes any sense. And I will say this on number 11 too. We do not have any, we don't have any business coming to the judge's office asking for an abatement right now. We do not. But we've got two city governments. We've got City of Hallettsville and City of Yoakum asking us to have our plans in place, something they can market to the public or to the private sector as far as abatements go. So in other words, what are we willing to do? We're trying to come up with that and put that out there. So at least City of Yoakum and City of Hallettsville can market that. City of Shiner, City of Moulton, they're welcome to do the same. But we specifically have two economic development agencies out of those two cities asking us. Now, do they have a company in mind? I do not know. Even if we knew that they had a company in mind, we cannot disclose that publicly. So it's actually against the law for someone to come and ask for an abatement, and I publicly say that name. It's against the law until we're ready to approve it. So that's something that has to be taken care of in executive session. But I will say publicly, I do not know of any company wanting us to take action on this. We're just trying to be prepared. Okay. With that, we're gonna table number 11 or move on from number 11 till we have our closed session after number 12. So number 12 is our consent agenda. Unless a member of the court requests a separate consideration of any items, all under the consent agenda are considered to be of routine nature or have been previously deliberated by the court in an open meeting and therefore may be approved by one motion, second, and vote. Do I hear such motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Give me. Motion made by precinct 4, second by precinct 1 to approve the consent agenda as provided. Any other questions or comments? Anything we need to take out? Hearing none, we'll approve it with one motion, second, and vote. Do I hear a motion to approve? Do I hear we had a motion from precinct 4, second by precinct 1. All those in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, that motion is approved. Our consent is approved. Our microphones will go off until we're through signing paperwork. Okay. All right, we're back out of consent. If I just have your quick attention, just real quick, and then we'll move into our closed session. I'm going to go ahead and make sure we are clear on number 15, which because of the holiday and because of early voting day, we have to move our meeting to Wednesday, the 27th. Do you have any problems with that? Commissioners Court has to be Wednesday. Monday's Memorial Day, then the election day's held in this courtroom, and they have all their equipment. We can't do it that day. But Wednesday, so it'd be Wednesday, May 27th at 9 a.m. Does anyone have a problem with that? Yes, sir. Well, the reason we went from 12 to 15 is probably a clerical error. Are we missing agenda items? We went from 12 to 15. Yeah. Nothing was omitted. We knew we had a short agenda. Okay, so our next, I'm going ahead on number 15. I'm not adjourning yet, but I'm announcing Wednesday, May 27th, 9 a.m. will be our regular Commissioners Court meeting. And with that, we're going to move in now to a closed session that we're going to have. So I might as well move into it, and then we'll go from there. We'll take a break. Do I have a motion to move into closed session on number 11?
Yes. Second.
Okay, motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 4 to move into closed session. That time will be 9:48 a.m. I'll do a vote. So all those in favor of moving into closed session at 9:48 a.m. say aye.
Aye.
We are now in closed session until further notice. So we'll come back out here publicly to announce when we close. Microphone back on. All right, we are out of closed session. We're back in the here. Do I have a motion to close the closed session? All right. Motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 4 to close the closed session. And that time would be 11:16. All right, all those in favor of closing say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We are closed. That time is 11:16 a.m. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All right. Motion made to adjourn by precinct 4, second by precinct 1. All those in favor of adjourning till May 27th at 9 a.m. say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you all for participating today. We appreciate you.